This week I want to make a short video on short films, just because there is really no market for short films. People don't watch them, they don't get much attention, the professionals don't usually make them. And if it is professionals, it's people trying to sell you something, and ads is its own thing. So this will be kind of a love letter to short films. Like, we will explore different types of short films, and anything under 40 minutes is considered a short film. So we will start at the shortest one and work our way up to the longer ones. And at the same time, we will go from amateurs and all the way up to the professionals. I hope you enjoy it, and I will be linking all the short films down in the description. And yeah, let's just jump into it. Right off the bat, I don't think this is an amateur, but I wanted to show it early because I think it shows that you can make a short film all by yourself. This is one guy who made it. I think that's a really nice thing, and especially in animation, you can do it all yourself. And this is really as short as you get it. It was just 30 seconds, and still it managed to tell a life story. And such a nice use of the camera and the mood swings of life. There's ups and downs, and then life's over. And having it in this really short amount of time just makes us think about life. How really fast it moves on. This short film tried to tell a life story. But another thing I think short films are really good for is to expand a single moment, something boring, something dull, something that happens in a really short amount of time, and just like delves into that moment. The first couple of short films I made all by myself. And I've been making short films since I was a kid, some good, some bad. And the more I've done it, the more difficult I think it is, in the way you realize that making short films is a difficult task. Writing something so short, you could almost compare it to poetry. Like, short films are the poetry of film. And for anyone who's written poetry, you know that it's really difficult to capture something with brevity and make people care. So what's the point of short film? Well, it's kind of to entertain. It's to tell a little story, maybe try to convey a mood, an atmosphere, or one single idea. So what you just saw was a 1-minute short film called The Wait. It's highly visual, it's creative, it's fun and relatable. And I think it has one of the strengths short films have, and that's just taking an ordinary situation and doing something special with it, like expand on a dull moment, like waiting for the microwave to be finished. Like, it's highly relatable. Who hasn't felt that a single minute can stretch out for such a long time, and you're bored and you try to entertain yourself? And this short film was made when COVID was at its highest, so it kind of reflects that feeling of just being bored and alone and dreaming about doing something bigger. And I think it's really good. And people often use this as stepping stones to make bigger and better films. And there's no secret that short films are, in a way, something for directors, actors, and cinematographers to prove themselves. This one was made by David Sandberg. It's called Lights Out. It's this really creepy short film. It's about 2.5 minutes, and it captures this really scary scene in a very creative way. And this short film even got 16 million views. And it blew up, and he actually got noticed in Hollywood. And he got to make this short film into a feature film. And after that, he made Annabelle Creation, and then Shazam. Really good stuff. So back to something a bit less scary. Out of Sight is a short animated film, and we're at the 5-minute mark, the most common length for short films, the one I would advise you to keep it at. This is about a girl who gets her purse stolen. She tries to find her dog and the purse, and she enters this void, and it unfolds a magical adventure. It's really nice and cute, and when I first saw it, I just thought it was like this creative animated short film with her exploring the world by herself, and just the fantasy of a child. But then you get towards the end, when the dog comes back, I realized that the girl is blind, and without her dog she can't really see the world as we see it, and that's why she uses this stick, and everything comes into view as she meets it. And just based on the sound and the visuals, it makes the film 10 times better. And this is something that's so unique, and a type of story that only fits a short film. And we're kind of moving a step up. This is a graduation film by 3 students who graduated from the National Taiwan University of Arts. This was really one of my favorites, so check it out. If you're still watching, thanks for that. Please remember to like and subscribe, that helps a lot. I really want this video to get out to people, so if you have any filmmaking friends who are interested in making short films and all of that, it would mean a lot to me if you shared it with them. Anyways, let's get on with the video. Now we're really stepping up the level. This short film is made by no other than Robert Eggers, the guy who made The Witch, The Lighthouse, and now The Northman, a director I'm really curious to see how his career develops. Robert Eggers at this time was already working in the film industry. I think it was like costume or set designer, and he were having difficulties getting his debut feature film made, The Witch. The producer and the studios weren't that sure he would be able to make it, and for good reason. The Witch is a kind of special movie and requires a competent director. So he made this 10-minute short film called Brothers, a thriller about a relationship between 2 brothers. And it's apparently inspired by a tragic hunting accident by the poet Gregory Orr. There isn't that much of story in this short film, but it's really a mood piece. Like, stuff happens, of course. The brothers argues until this hunting accident goes terribly wrong, but it's a mood piece. It really nails an atmosphere. It feels very much like The Witch, and here you right away when you can see when there's some more money into this film, the people making it are like semi-professionals. You notice it right away with like how they frame stuff, how there's not a lot of talking, it's relying on the visuals, it's very cinematic. It's really fun to watch a short film made by a quite accomplished director. So we watch short films by amateurs, up-and-coming directors, but usually when directors get to make feature films, and like turn pro, they never go back to making short films. And I can understand that, but that leaves us with a lot of amateur work. Most amateurs don't have the skill or budget to make something like 20 minutes, 30 minutes long and make it really good. And I can do that with a film I stumbled upon called Wild Tales. And that's a film from Argentine, and it's a really, really good film. It's a feature film, but it consists of like 6 short films. A bit like this video, each one getting longer as the film goes along. And the 4th story is one of my favorites from that film, and it clocks in just shy of 23 minutes. This short film is about revenge. It's about a demolition guy who like blows up buildings when they have to remove them, who is kind of so angry at society that he decides to deal out some judgment to do something revengeful. And it was a real blast watching this short film. And at this length of a film, you almost get like a feature film structure to it. You can have like 3 acts. You get to see the main character, you establish the main character, you can see what we're struggling with, and it's just like a movie without a subplot. It's like a feature film, but only with the main plot and nothing else. And I love this short film. I think it's really great, and it's something about watching a professional director and this real budget, and it really pushes the limits to what a short film can be. And I highly recommend Wild Tales to everyone, because it's fun to see something completely different. And I really want to watch more of these kind of anthology films with a bunch of short films. And I'm planning on making a whole series on this feature film, like just a writing course with this film as a case study. So there's a lot of power in a well-made short film, and this example is obviously very professional people making them, but you also have a lot of freedom. There's some nice like democracy in short films. Everyone can write a little script or just have an idea and film it on their phone or whatever and make a little short film. Not everyone can go and make the next superhero movie, but everyone can pull their phone up and make a funny sketch. And if it's well thought out, it will gain attraction. So even though they're really hard to make, I think they're worth the time. As I said, I made some short films and I want to make more of them and I want to make them good. So that's why I'm watching a lot of short films and trying to break them down. And all of my findings I want to share with you. So subscribe for that if that's something you're interested in, and hit the bell notification and all of that good stuff. And if you have made a short film and you want me to critique it or something like that, just comment it with a link down below and I'll check it out. So well, that's it for this week, and I'll see you in the next one.